Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miss, and today I'm actually going to be going over some extremely important Cyber Dragon interactions slash kind of semi-combos, but before you start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe, because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these, and yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, so for semi-combo number one, pretty much it's not a combo. I'm only using one card, but if you have like more than one card, if you have like a Hearse, for example, and something else, you can actually just do so much, and the goal of this is kind of just to showcase you how a single card can just break a full board sometimes, and people just don't really realize it because they do like plays in a really incorrect sequence. So obviously this is a really crappy example, because if my opponent did make like Draglubion into Harbinger, it would be everything would be in the main monster zone, and the Draglubion would be in the extra monster zone. So in the only situation where this really comes up is when there's a link monster, because you can't really put link monsters in the main monster zone unless you find a way to like banish them and like get them back into the field, like for example with Farfa, or if you can actually just make like more link monsters and then like they point to, you know, like the main monster zone, and then like you keep linking off and then, you know, to the arrows, whatever. It's too complicated, but this is like a perfect scenario where Hearse can single-handedly just clear a full board of 3 monsters, and I just feel like most people would just kind of go like Contact Fuse Pass, but that's like incorrect, because you can kind of get full advantage of that Hearse if you actually trade your battle phase for it. So your Anima can steal a monster as long as it's in column number 2 or 4. So the cool thing about Cyber Dragons is that it's kind of like Mech Knights, where you punish people for 2 things: incorrect column placement, but also using the extra monster zone. Literally, like, you actually plus off of your opponent summoning in the extra monster zone, which is actually hilarious. And yeah, that Anima has exactly 3k because we stole a monster with 3k, so we can crash into a monster, and this is really important. So either if we crash with a monster with the exact same attack, or if they have more attack, and then we have no monsters on the field, so we can just special summon that Cyber Dragon, and then Contact Fuse for Mega Fleet. So we actually just managed to clear like 9,000 worth of damage with one monster with 100 attack, and now we have a Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field. So pretty not that bad. A lot of people, like I said, once again, they would just kind of see a lot of like monsters on the field and they kind of panic, and for them the only possible play is Mega Fleet into maybe Gravity Controller into Pass. But I can promise you that if you know how to play Cyber Dragons very very well, you will be able to do plays like these quite often. And honestly, this is just one of many examples of what Cyber Dragons can actually do. Like Core, for example, Core himself can actually just do so much. So that's it for interaction number 1. Let's get into it. Interaction number 2. Alright, my opponent is playing Garbage Lord. Yo, shoutouts to you, by the way. If you're watching this video, I know you're watching my videos. Like, you're literally one of my most loyal subscribers. But yeah, if my opponent, you know, just summons any monster, whatever, he doesn't even need to summon a monster. Actually, in this situation, he does, because otherwise I can't really summon that Cyber Dragon. And then he has like 2 back row. Let's just say like one of them is a Solemn Strike, because that's actually perfect for this example. So in this situation, there are so many things that you can do. You can go special summon Cyber Dragon, make the Dry, normal summon the Dry, not use the effect, and then make Anaconda, and then use the Overload, and stuff like that. Or you can make Nova into Infinity, and then get striked on Infinity, and then go for Overload. But there is actually another really cool sequencing that you can do, and this is just demonstrating the power of Dry. And once again, I'm just going to keep reiterating the fact that I'm going to make a video solely on Dry, because this card really is that good for Cyber Dragons. It actually brings a lot to the table. It offers a lot for the deck, and people don't really see it because they're kind of just obsessed with Galaxy Soldier and Repair Plant, because for them that's the go-to option for making Infinity. But is that really the case? Like, is it the most optimal one? It's the most popular one, but most popular, it doesn't necessarily translate to most optimal. A really crappy argument would be like, oh yeah, but if everyone does it, then it has to be correct. But the thing is, if everyone had, you know, the meta solution, the perfect solution to everything, then nothing would be perfect, because everyone would be perfect-ish. If you can kind of understand what I'm trying to say, you kind of have to like think outside the box and try to do like things that other people don't really consider much, because usually the best strategy to win an event isn't even like the number 1 deck, like the number 1 most popular deck. It's usually something that actually takes people like catches people off guard, takes people by surprise and stuff like that. So Dry might actually just be that sleeper option for Cyber Dragon. So we're going to go special summon our Cyber Dragon. Now, we can actually use the effect of Dry. The only, like, like drawback here is that if we get negated, we can't really go into Anaconda, but like who cares, because the like the path that I'm gonna make only summons Machine anyway, so I'm just using it for fun. Like I said, if you use the effect and you just link it to Seeger, then the effect of Dry was only a bait of like an Infinite, for example, because it does scare them, because then you can make Nova into Infinity, and now they kind of have like a dead Infinite because you would just negate it anyways, so you can like safely steal something, etc. So this is definitely a cool play that I like to do, but don't do it for like no reason when you might actually consider Anaconda, because it's actually the turn you activate this card. So if you get negated, the activation still went through, because Veiler and Infinite only negate the effect and not the activation, so that's kind of a drawback. If you get striked, for example, you can still summon non-machines, if I recall correctly. Yeah, during the turn you activate the effect, not during the turn you use its effect, so it's two different things. And making Seeger here was interesting because we're like not really caring too much about Seeger. Well, actually it does change a lot. It allows us to deal a significant more amount of damage, but the main reason why we did that is because now we have a Cyber Dragon on the field, and that Dry actually gets full value. So we're going to go Overload Fusion, obviously not in the same columns, because we never know, like our opponent could always have like Infinite, and now we're going to do a play that not only plays through Ghost Ogre, it plays through like Solemn Strike. So we're going to go Chainlink 1 Rampage and then Chainlink 2 Dry to use its effect from the Banished, because yes, it also has an effect when it gets banished. It actually protects any Cyber Dragon you control from being destroyed by card effects or like battle for the remainder of the turn. So that's actually a really neat play with Cyber Network. I might also do a full video just on Cyber Network. By the way, I love this card so much. So you're going to protect that Seeger. The protection, who cares about it? Like, it's literally the most irrelevant thing ever. The only thing that matters is putting Rampage on Chainlink 1. I literally, that's it. So now what are they striking? Dry? Ooh, oh my god, big deal. Now I can use Rampage and attack 3 times, and my monster has 12,600 damage. Even Seeger can attack. It's just that if I attack with Seeger, it does not deal battle damage, which is the only issue. Because the turn you use the effect of Seeger, you can't deal damage with Seeger. A lot of people actually just read this incorrectly, and they think it's actually the monster that you targeted with Seeger that doesn't deal battle damage. That's incorrect. It actually is a reference to Seeger itself. So that's game, literally just with 3 cards through like a Solemn Strike. I mean, obviously you could have like striked the Seeger, man. Yeah, I mean, sure, strike. Go ahead and strike the Seeger. That's actually really dumb, actually, now that I think of it. But anyways, let's jump into interaction number 3. Okay, this is actually an extremely important one. You open your hand, you see this, that's 4 1-ofs. That's literally 4 1-ofs. It's really awkward, right? 4 1-ofs in your opening hand, and you can end on a very good hand. So it's actually hilarious, but the bricks are only bricks when you draw them in conjunction with hands that aren't really live, don't really allow you to play like in a self-sufficient manner. But this is actually a really good hand, and this is once again the kind of thing that people would kind of just panic. They would like see their hand, they didn't really deck build to like consider this kind of opening hand, so they would just kind of just end on like a board that does nothing. But I obviously am not like that. I'm going to do a really cool play. So next turn is going to special summon Cyber Dragon, and we're going to chain block it as well with the Fear, so we cannot get ogred. I mean, ogre doesn't really matter here. I don't even think the combo, well, I mean, yeah, the combo actually can lose to ogre, yeah, because of Rampage. But anyways, now we're actually going to contact fuse ourselves, because we're literally that cool, huh? We're really cool. We just always contact fuse ourselves. Why would you link off your monsters? Like, make double Seeger pass? Ooh, nice deck. Actually, double Seeger is like really redundant, but like Seeger Union Carrier is very weak. It literally does nothing. Now we're going Overload Fusion, summon Rampage, use the effect we haven't normal summoned yet. So Hertz and Core, and then normal Core, Search Overflow. So we can already see that this might actually like turn into like something pretty juicy. We're making Nova and then detaching material, revive back Hertz or whatever, it doesn't really matter. And now we're making Infinity and contact fuse ourselves. So now you can make any rank 8 machine monster. You can't make Harbinger, so don't even put that card in your extra deck. You can make Dingirsu though, and then attach, you know, like anything from your banished, well, I mean, any machine monster from your banished to it, or send a monster, like send any card, sorry, your opponent controls without targeting to the graveyard, and now you have a way to protect any card on your field from being destroyed multiple times, and you have an overflow. So I mean, that's really fantastic. And you obviously you start your turn with 5 cards, so you know, it could be like a second trap card. So you just go like set 2, Infinity Dingirsu, Merry Christmas. Once again, you do not need to play Galaxy Soldier for this combo, so that's why I personally don't like playing Galaxy Soldier in any of my, you know, Cyber Dragon decks. It's a card with a lot of like drawbacks, and the drawbacks don't necessarily compensate. I mean, the good side of the card doesn't really compensate for all the drawbacks. But that's all I had to say in Showcase for the Cyber Dragon interaction / combo video. If you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.